Welcome to my channel where I help you and others find the light within through channeled messages and through sharing my own human experience. I hope that this video finds you when you need it the most. Today I wanted to address healing and what that means and how certain people tend to find themselves on this healing journey but don't feel like they're healing. And I want to talk about why that is. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and they were just kind of like, a lot of people are starting to go to therapy, but nothing seems to be changing. And I mentioned that the reason this is because we tend to look at healing on the surface level rather than looking at it on a sub level or going to the root or going to our subconscious, which is where most of the healing needs to be done. Because if we think about it, we have several lifetimes that we're carrying. That's first and foremost. So our soul is carrying a lot of baggage, not only from this lifetime, but from previous lifetimes that we may be holding on to. And in a previous video, I also mentioned generational trauma and epigenetics and how those play a huge role in all of the baggage and the trauma that we're carrying in this lifetime. So when we attack healing from just a surface level, we tend to go to therapy, we talk it out, we exercise, we change our diet, we change our environment, we change our friend groups, we change the people that we're around, the energy and the frequencies that we're around, yet we still feel as though there's something missing or something not quite right within. And we forget that we are very conscious beings, meaning like we operate from our consciousness, not our subconsciousness. Our subconsciousness dictates what we do on a conscious level. However, when we think and when we speak, it is from a very conscious level, so above the subconscious. When we sleep, however, and we have dreams, we're dreaming from a subconscious level, which is why a lot of people are like, I don't know why I had that dream last night. That was weird. It's your subconscious trying to speak to you. And it does this in so many different ways. So when we are trying to heal and do better for ourselves and find the light within, we need to go deeper. And there are some ways that you can begin to do this that I've already talked about a little bit about. And this is through meditation. That's one way that you can kind of tap into your subconscious. Another way is through hypnosis. That's a form of therapy that I would recommend everyone giving a chance. I find that hypnosis tends to get to the root a lot quicker than just talking through something with your therapist. Sometimes you might even unravel certain things that you didn't even know were there through hypnosis. I personally have done a few hypnosis sessions, including a past life regression, including a current life regression, and then also including a generational regression, so that I could better understand where my own baggage and trauma was stemming from. So we had meditation, there's hypnosis with a licensed therapist. I don't recommend doing that part on your own. Meditation is something you can definitely do on your own. Hypnosis is something where you want to go to a trained professional, someone who's been studying and practicing for a really long time to really help you out with that. Another option is through psychedelics. Again, I recommend doing this with a trained shaman if you have the ability to do that. Or you can start small with psychedelics such as mushrooms. You can begin with microdosing to kind of introduce it into your palate, I guess you would say. But you don't want to start too strong there, because you want to be able to really savor the experience and not have it be something where it's too much to handle. Because sometimes I find that people who just kind of dive right into psychedelics find it to be a little bit of a difficult experience because they didn't have much intention or purpose behind doing it. So I recommend doing psychedelics with a shaman if you can. Plant medicine is another form of psychedelic that I would recommend doing with someone who has been trained in using this form of healing. That's what I like to call it. And then lastly, again, just continuing with all the other things that you might associate with healing, such as changing your environment, taking a look around you, and taking assessment of where you are in life. Is this a place where you feel as though you can complete or achieve healing? And then also your diet plays a huge part in that. So just continuing to do what you've been doing, but taking it a step further so that you are no longer just dealing with it on a surface level. You're also dealing with it on a subconscious level, because that's where most of our trauma is stored. And so people will go this entire lifetime just thinking that it's this lifetime, or it's situations that have happened in their past that have led to their trauma, but still they find that they're not healed in the way that they feel like they could be. And it's because we have to look beneath the surface. And once we do that, you'll start to find out certain things about yourself as well. And this is also a part of the process of unraveling, what is my true purpose? What is my mission? And most importantly, what is this light that's within me that I need to shine through? So that's my message on healing and certain forms of healing that you may or may not have already tried. But leave a comment below if you've done any of these and what your experience was, because I'm very interested in knowing, and also sharing with others so that they can understand that there's more than one way to skin the cat. I think I don't know if that's a saying, but it's a weird saying. But anyway, thank you guys. I will see you soon.